I watch the World Pool Masters since, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years. The best 16 players are invited here. And I'm honored that I'm invited because this time it's only the legends.
Yeah, I'm super excited, you know, after last year's little disappointment in the final, I'm happy to be back.
My draw isn't very easy. I play against Jayson Shaw. He's one of the best players in the world. And I know I have to play my best game, and I'm looking forward to play my first World Pool Masters.
You know, every player is a great champion and every match is super tough, so I just got to try and focus on my game and go out there and just do my best and not worry about what my opponent's doing.
I just want to focus on my game and want to play my best. That's what I want.
You know, that's what we play for. You know, we practice all the time to play in these big tournaments in front of the cameras and big crowds, so yeah. I like it out there, not too much pressure, just try and enjoy it.
So this is it. The final spot in the quarter-finals up for grabs. Your commentary team, the hitman Raj Handal joins Ted Lerner. Boys, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Joshua Filler wins the lock. Thank you, raised weight, winner's break, first rock, Joshua Filler.
Okay.
Break.
All right. It is Joshua Filler winning the lag. And Jayson Shaw. This one has all the makings of an explosive match.
Totally agree with you, Ted. I mean, these two are both a phenomenal talent each, you know. I mean, they're just, and funny, you put them together, they're almost like an unbeatable team, as we saw in the Mosconi Cup.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Proper talent here, you know, both lefties.
I mean, these are two players that everybody just gets really excited about in the sport of pool. They're both fast. They're both exciting type of players. You're not going to even, probably won't need the shot clock, Raj.
No, I'll take a bet if this match went 8-7, it still might be done in under 45 minutes. The clock is irrelevant here, and it's nice to watch these guys play. This is, I always felt this is the way the game should be played. No disrespect to any slow players or anything, but this is the beauty of pool right here.
Right.
Just get up, get on with it, and shoot. And that's a nice shot from Jayson. Nice recovery shot. He's got a shot on the free ball here, but it is a thin slice. I wouldn't hold it against him if he played safe.
Well, Raj, it certainly is good to be back in the booth with you.
Always a pleasure to sit in there with you, Ted.
It's a lot of fun. Strap yourself in. The hitman is here.
Not in the playing form, though. I'm here in the commentary form now. This looks nice. Got a good pace on it. I think he's got a clean shot on the 4. He could choose to either go 1 rail or 2. I like going 2, staying in the correct line on the 5. Nice 2 rails and leave himself a good angle to get back down on the 6. He chose to go 1.
I like Jayson's attitude coming into this event. He came runner-up last year to David Alcaide and just lost by 1 rack. It was 8-7, Hill, and lost 8-7 to Alcaide. And recently, in the last month, he has just tripled down on his efforts to make sure that he comes here and does nothing but win this championship. He put in a Chinese 8-ball table in his basement. He lives in Connecticut now in the USA. And he's been practicing 9-ball on a Chinese 8-ball table. And if you don't know, Chinese 8-ball tables, the pockets are about 3.8 inches, cut like a snooker pocket. So they're unbelievably tough.
Yeah. It's well, it's definitely a different kind of game playing on that table, but I guess if anything, it'll give you confidence in ball pocketing. You know, like if you're making balls on a pocket that tight, I guess when you come on these, not that these are big pockets, by the way. This is a lovely table here made by Rassel, and I really do like this table. It's a quality table.
And talking to Jayson over the last few days, he is just bubbling with confidence.
Yeah, he's listen. He's never had a day off playing pool. This kid, he's practicing all the time. If he's not, he's at a tournament. He hasn't hit that shot well. This is a missable shot. I don't know what he did there. He kind of half hit that one, but he's such a good ball pocketer. He'll take his time, and I fancy him rolling this in. Nice shot.
So Jayson Shaw quickly on the board first in this race to 8. This will probably be a short match. 1-0. Winner breaks format.
Well, if they keep playing at this pace, I'll be off to dinner early, Ted.
There you see Eagle Eye from Glasgow, Scotland, and now residing in the US. And he made the winning 9-ball in the Mosconi Cup debut in 2016. Biggest victory to date, individual tournament, the US Open Championship, and he just routed everyone on the way to the title in that one. I mean, that was a sensational victory at the US Open.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't there. I missed the Open this year. I've kind of probably missed a lot of events actually in the last few years, but I was watching him and just watching online, and it was nice because look, Jayson now is what, 30 years old. I spotted Jayson's talent when he was 16. And a lot of the pool world in the UK laughed at me when I said, listen, you might want to pay a little bit of attention. This is a special kid here, you know, and they've only just started calling that 6, 7, 8, 9 months ago, a year ago maybe. Right. I told you that when he was 16, you know. Well, beautiful talent.
He came from an English 8-ball background, and there's a couple of videos on YouTube showing him back when he was playing an English 8-ball. And there was one of him in France that is just absolutely sensational. He just goes on for like an hour and a half beating everybody in front of him, and he was just couldn't miss.
Talking about sensational, look at that for a break.
How about that?
You'd like him like that every time. I mean, if they keep splitting like that, Joshua might not shoot.
2 and 4 down.
This is a little tricky here. I don't know if he wants to keep himself high on this, which he has chosen to do. That needs to bounce though. I don't know if he's got enough of that. He doesn't look happy. It doesn't. You might even see a little attempt at the 9 here if he can't get to it. He's looking close. No, he can't get to that. Is he trying to masse this ball? What's he? Oh, he's looking at the jump. That's what he's doing. He's looking to see if he can. Yeah, he's gone for his jump cue. He's got this new jump cue he's really fond of.
Well, that's not a jump cue.
No, that's his break stick, but it can be used to jump. It's got a super tough tip on it. He needs that because of the length on the cue. He could get a hand on it. There you go. Tough shot for a lefty, this, the way the balls are situated.
Good effort.
A little wild, but he did have a pop at it.
Interesting. Can you explain that stick again? I've never seen a jump cue that's actually a break cue. Usually the jump cue is a lot shorter.
What it is it's the material that the ferrule and the tip is made of. It's suitable for both. Almost like a hybrid, if you want to call it.
Okay.
But if you had a look, he only had to jump that ball half a ball. He wouldn't use that to jump a full ball. That's when the short stick comes out. I like the way this kid plays it.
Oh.
I like the way he really don't hang about. I think these two here are a big asset to the pool game now. You know, to see youth like this come through, and instead of just coming out there like robots, like majority of them, they're playing with a lot of character and a lot of heart. I like it. Makes me feel the game is not dead.
Well, yeah, he had quite a year. 2017, won the China Open, and played in his first Mosconi Cup. Became the MVP of that Mosconi Cup in Vegas, and Team Europe's big win over Team USA, and pocketed the last 9-ball.
And what a performance it was. I mean, he looked untouchable there for a minute. I mean, a lot of the guys were trying to intimidate him a little, like the hatches and all of that.
Yeah, that wasn't going to work.
But he didn't pay him no mind. He just...
That wasn't going to work.
No.
Look at that. That took from beginning to end, about a minute.
And they both had a visit each.
So if you like players playing fast, this one's for you. So with Jayson Shaw, the jump shot, you can see that hybrid jump cue that Raj was talking about.
Well, he could have played safe there. He could have just nicked it and sent the cue ball 2 rails and stuck him under the 9. You know, he might regret that one a little later, possibly. You know, just like himself, Mr. Filler over here, he can get to filling. You know,
Yeah, he can fill it up.
Yeah, like, you know, he could run some racks real quick. This boy.
Oh yeah, he is, and he plays with a real enthusiasm. And some people I think they misinterpret it, because there's some people who say, well, he's a bit of a punk because, you know, he's loud and brash and.
Nothing wrong with being confident, is it?
No,
I mean, what's?
I think he's, you know, he's a young kid. He's enthusiastic about the game, and as you said, this is what the sport of pool needs.
Definitely
is people who show their love for the game and can play lights out.
I think he's. I think you're 100% right. Maybe people have read into that the wrong way, because I like his confidence. You know, around the table. And I'm pretty sure if there's some kids out there watching him, they think it's pretty cool to be a pool player right now.
So it was a dry break, and Jayson comes up and
pushes to a jump shot.
And Joshua can give the ball back or take the shot, and he decides to immediately give it back.
Again, he's not having to jump this full ball, so he's got that break jump stick of his out. I think he's going to try and play this off the 2, which I kind of like, actually, to be honest. He's going to send the 2 towards the 6 and 8. But very makeable shot, this. Told you. That was a part of the package, by the way. I know it looked lucky, and it was an element of luck to it, but he did know that the 2 was traveling that way.
So
well,
now
this would be a nice shot, eh? 2 rails with inside and come float between. Come float between the 5 and the 4. Is he going that way, or which other way is he trying to go with? There you go. But that is short by a long way. I think you had to spin that ball down.
Table has been playing slow. A lot of humidity here in Gibraltar. We've had some bad weather, some big rainstorms.
It's a nice shot. I fancy him going 3 rails there. Go behind the 3 ball to the top rail, and then he can either come direct at it or catch the 3rd rail just before making contact with the 2. He should hit this ball every time. Nice shot. And he got the save. Nice shot. This is no gimme here. I think maybe he goes 2 rails with the cue ball here. Well, can he see it? Oh, he can play safe on this. He can see it. Nice shot. Nice shot. I feel that this is going to be the difference in this match between these two. Who's going to play the correct safeties at the right time?
Well, from what I know from both of these players, you'd have to give the advantage to Jayson Shaw when it comes to safeties in kicking
100%.
game.
100%. Just got that bit more experience, you know.
Yeah.
And, Jayson's been messing around with some other games like One Pocket, and been playing some of them old guys where he's picked up some moves, you know. They'll probably learn how to shoot from him too.
Yeah.
It's a trade-off. Nice shot. He hit the right side of that. Good speed on it. He deserves something good here.
Yeah. It's going to be close.
I think he could see enough of this ball to make it. And as long as he could just make it, the way the 7 is sitting, it creates a big pocket for the free ball. It's just whether he can get to the potting angle of this.
there's those tight pockets there.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's about as good as you could hit it and miss.
Yep, covered by the 3-ball. He had the right idea.
Just the power kept that out. To be honest, I liked him just rolling that ball in. He'd have made it, and you couldn't miss the 3 past the 7. So I guess there's a bit of experience there, you know. What's he doing?
Well, he wanted to bring the cue ball back. Oh, look at that. But that was a fluke.
You know what? Alex Pagaline said a great thing to me many years ago. You know what he said? He said you got to learn how to get lucky. And that's a true story. And I know he got lucky there, but he did have a lot of pace on that ball that things could have happened. That was a nice shot. No hanging around, just straight down to business.
Well, when he has a shot, it's about 4 to 5 seconds per shot.
Nice shot. Nice stroke. This kid got a lovely stroke. Hits the heart of the pocket every time.
Joshua Filler now with 2 straight. He leads his fellow Mosconi Cup teammate, Jayson Shaw, 2-1 in this race to 8 contest. And here we see some action from that rack. That 2-ball there, that miss, brought Filler up to the table, and he got the lead 2-1 in this race to 8. And welcome back to the World Pool Masters. This is as good as it gets here. The very best players in the world here in Gibraltar. Joined by Raj Hundal, the hitman, having a good time here watching these 2 exciting young players. Joshua Filler was down 1-0, now he leads 2-1.
He's opted for more of a cup break style of breaking as opposed to like cracking them head on. Problem is he's left the cue ball a little too low there, but he's such an attacking player. He might just try to spin this in, like go rail first and catch it. Good thing about that shot is if you catch it too thick, there's a good chance you get safe as well, because the one will miss the pocket, hit the rail, come back.
Push out code.
He's not even going to go with that. He wants to make it a moving game. Okay. Just got to favour Jayson here, you know. I think he's got 1 too many smarts for him. He's going to give it back. He's giving it back.
So he can see a full 1-ball. Why would he give it back? I mean, a lot of people think, well, he could probably play safe off of that. Or
He doesn't like where it's sitting for the safe, but I'm kind of shocked to give that back because that wasn't the world's hardest safe.
And again, sometimes the push out is just about a mind game also.
Yeah,
He might just say, you know what, I don't want to deal with what you gave me.
Yeah. Well, it's about like kind of transferring the heat back on your man, you know? It's like, go on, then you come with the shot. Let me see.
Yeah.
The thing is, he did come with the shot. Jay needs to make contacts there, big time. Nice shot.
Oh, yeah.
Nice shot. That's going to spin too. There you go. You might get some movement on that 9-ball here. On a lot of the balls, you got a possible 1-8-6 combo in the corner. You got a lot of things that can happen there. I think he's going to blast these 100 miles per hour. Well, that's just terrible. Why would he hit it like that? Didn't even make a rail.
That's right. You must hit a rail after contact, and he didn't even get close to a rail.
I couldn't see nothing good coming off of that shot, hitting it at that pace. See, kicking, as you play this game long enough, kicking, you realise it's not to do with much more than actually the pace you put on the ball to try to get possible different outcomes. pace is very important. Like nothing could have happened at that pace that he hit them at besides selling out.
Well, we might chalk that up to.
You might see the 9. You might see the 9 going there as well. Oh, he tried. It was a freebie.
I was going to say that we might chalk up that mistake by Joshua Filler to that inexperience we talked about earlier.
Definitely.
That he is at a bit of a disadvantage when it comes to the kicking and safety game.
If I was Joshua, I'd be looking to like practice with, like, say, Ralph Souquet, who's so seasoned in every department of his game, and he'd learned so much about the moving and the kicking and the safety aspect right there. And he's lucky to have someone like Ralph on his doorstep, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Who could put all that together. Only problem is when he gets to shooting, he might be taking down old Ralph's confidence. Nice confidence stroke there.
I got away with that because he's still got a shot on the 6 ball.
He's got to take his time a little, you know, just get himself on the right line on the 7. These tables are playing very, very slow because of the humidity. And to be honest, they've caught us all out.
Extension code.
So he just wants to make, because if you get in the wrong line, it's hard for you to just start punching the cue ball around wherever you want, you know, as you normally can do. So you just want to make sure you keep the right line there on the 7. That's a nice stroke. And use that ball to slow down a touch though. Nice, very nice. Is he looking to go into the 8 here? Can do, he can bump it out. He'll have a shot either in the middle or the corner. Or can he just miss it and shoot it in the same pocket? See, there you go, nice shot.
Yep. Well done.
Probably see this go on the side and the 9 to follow it. Easy work. Two.
Tied up here in our first round match. The last of our first round matches in this year's World Pool Masters. This is the 25th edition of this great invitational event, the longest running invitational in the sport of pool. There you see Joshua Filler. And it was a poor execution right here. He hit the 1 ball, that was the object ball, but you can see no other ball hits a rail. You just can't do that. That's a foul. That means ball in hand. And of course, in 9 ball, ball in hand generally means
happy
a run
birthday.
Out. Happy birthday.
It's Christmas, isn't it? You get ball in hand at this level. But I'm still confused why he hit it so soft. Nothing at all could have happened there from hitting it at that pace.
That is a schoolboy error right there.
Totally agree.
There was no way anything was going to hit a rail hitting at that pace.
And even if he did, he's just leaving the cue ball right there with the 1, you know, the whole game's at Jayson's mercy. Now, Jayson has moved where he's breaking from. So I don't know why he has opted to do that. He possibly could have saw some gaps in the rack that he thought maybe he could manipulate the cue ball, the wing ball there.
Got nothing down.
But he didn't hit that square either. Look, he's broke from the left side and hit the right side of the 1. So I'm not sure what he's up to there. I think that was a bad stroke.
Oh, look at that.
That was nice. He made that look like it was a hanger, huh?
I mean, he just stood up there and took that all the way down the rail.
See, here's the thing, though. You know where he got a bit of extra confidence there? He saw Jayson's break, and he probably thought what I was thinking. What on earth was that? Pool players, we're all pool sharks. You know, we smell that blood in that water.
Yeah,
and we jump on it.
Feed off of
we love it.
The other players.
We love it.
Whether it be positive, negative. So sometimes if you smell the fear.
Yeah, definitely.
That gives you a shot of adrenaline.
Now this is important here. He wants to leave himself a shot on the 4 where he can make the 4 off of the 8 to clear the pocket for the 6. Now, he's not ideal there. He's actually gone too far. So I don't know if he's going to try something else with the 6-8 now. Maybe leave himself a carom, but ideally he should have moved that 8 ball out of the way. So he might have made this rack a little tougher for himself. Because once he makes the carom, the 6-8 carom, he will have to control both balls there. Looks nice on it here though. Just gotta make sure the 6 don't come out too far. Nice shot. He played that well. Oh, maybe he might be a little too straight.
Extension code.
So you see how it would have been so much easier if he used the 4 to move the 8 just to leave the 6 to go in the hole. And now this can go wrong.
How about that?
That was a nice shot. Even he's feeling the heat there. Look at him. Nice shot. Showed a bit of skill there and some heart.
He's 20 years old. And he just, look at the way he walks around the table with just total confidence.
He's 20 years old and he looks like he's 14.
He's also married already.
He's married already?
Yeah, he just got married to his childhood sweetheart.
What is this boy thinking? No, I'm just kidding. It's a great thing.
Oh, Joshua Phillip. After the dry break by Jayson Shaw, pounces.
Yeah, that was a terrible break. I think Jayson would love to have that one back. But maybe he was trying something there that we don't know.
I see, and this is the break shot here. He moved the cue ball to more towards the center of the table, and generally that's just hit and pray because we don't. I mean, you get a lot of action on the balls, and hopefully one drops. But
I mean, the way he hit it, I'll ask him after, but I'm pretty sure he saw something in the rack that made him feel like something was dead. Like, you know, that wing ball was going to fly in, or something was about to happen there that he thought. Because Jayson, you know, he's got a nice break. We could really sledge him as well.
Thank you.
I
Rack 6.
think we need a speed
Joshua
gun out
Phillip
there, and you've got to hit a minimum mile
leading
per
by 3
hour.
racks to 2.
I'm trying to get some Formula 1 going there with the pool. Wow, see, look at that for a break now. He's got the 1 dressing up. I'll tell you something.
That's a break.
If the rack keep coming like that, Jayson might be stuck in his chair for the rest of this.
Yeah, that can happen in a winner breaks format.
That's like a picture perfect cut break.
I mean, that cue ball comes off the rail, the 1 back down table, that's textbook, right?
It's hard to deal with, you know, it's hard to deal with. Like, literally, that could be the end of the match right there. If he's just dialed that break in like that, that's it's game over. Because that 1 is going to keep traveling over that corner and just hanging out right there for him every time.
Extension code.
Key shot here is 4 to the 6. The rest is just easy from there. Wants to leave himself a slight angle here, not too much and not too little. Nice shot. Hit that with a bit of inside just to kill it. I like that stroke. He's looking to play the 6 in the side.
Yeah, if he keeps breaking like that, he won't have to worry about safeties and.
He could just run the whole tournament.
Yeah. Kicking or anything, he'll just break and run. This is his game. He's an offensive powerhouse.
Well, you've heard the saying sometimes, ignorance is bliss. And that's the truth. You know, you're better off not paying no mind to them other things. Sometimes just get to shooting. Okay, so he's a little out of line there on the 7. To some guys, this is a lot out of line, but this boy here, he just, you know.
Yeah, I don't think it bothers him.
He shoot the wings off a fly, this boy. Nice shot. Nice shot. Very nice shot. Very confident.
sensational potting from Germany's Joshua Filler.
I noticed these guys are all using this new shaft, huh? This, what's it called?
The Revo.
Revo, huh?
4-2 now in favor of Joshua Filler. That is 3 in a row.
Joshua Filler, he's leading the revolution, mate. Look at him.
Rather-
Confident. He's got that bounce in his step.
2 in a row, sorry. So Joshua Filler in control, and he has pretty much figured out the break. He leads it 4-2, and we will continue after the break here at the World Pool Masters.
Thank you.
Welcome
Rack
back
7,
to the
Joshua
World
Filler
Pool
today,
Masters.
Leading by 4 racks to 2.
Very entertaining match here between two exciting young players. Joshua Filler here.
Cue ball.
Well, he had the break figured out in the last rack, and he broke from the same spot, but this time
Bowling
he
hands.
scratches.
To be honest, his form on that break looked a little lazier than it was, you know, like the one before. He had a bit more grit to that stroke, whereas here he kind of just let it be.
It was kicked in.
But it was heading there anyway, if you have a look. He caught him way fuller than he did the rack before. Now this is a little bit tricky here because of the 3-9. Now, the problem is here.
Okay, so look for that red 3. Will he try to develop it? It does go, Raj. It looks like it.
It goes, but he looks a little straight on this 2-ball for my liking. I'm shocked that he played shape for the 2 on the side as opposed to the corner. I mean, he's got a lovely stroke where he might be able to just punch it out a little, but he's got his work cut out here. Because you've got to remember, he's still got to get from 3 to the 4. Oh. No. That could be a game changer. That could be a game changer right there.
What happened there?
Well, he was trying to get past the 6 there, but see, you've got to remember, these tables are playing very humid and very muggy, so it's not going to let you do what you exactly want to do at times. And although that looked like a schoolboy error, that wouldn't have happened if you took the humidity out of the arena. This game, you know what, I'll be honest with you, you'll find it hard to find another sport that has this many variables, you know?
Oh, it is amazing what the players have to think about. They've got like 10 calculations going on at one time.
The other thing was that 2-ball there, he never hit that in the heart of the pocket.
Right.
So that also did play an effect. I think he's going at the 9 here somehow. Not a bad little effort.
Well, he'll take that.
Right, so the word on the street is Mr. Filler is the best at banking the ball in the business right now. So, and he fires at all of them. So I won't be surprised if he went to go fire at this one too. He loves banking the ball.
Well, in the fear department, I don't know who's more fearless, Filler
Extension
or Shaw.
code.
Both of them live out on the edge.
I'll be honest with you, I think Filler is a bit more
Oh, he is.
fearless, but that's because Jayson's got more battle scars, which makes him a more seasoned player.
Right.
You know, so it's... He's kind of got a little lucky there with that 6-ball. Because if the 6 didn't land where it just landed, Jayson would be out here. He'd only have to make the 3. Now he's got to do a lot of work here. And to be honest, the cue ball might be coming off of that 6 heading for the corner pocket. He might have to duck here, possibly. He doesn't like it. You can tell by a look at Jayson's face. If he liked it, he'd have shot it already.
Right, he's got to get down.
This
Not
is
just make it. He's got the
this
4
is-
balls way back up the
This
table.
is tricky. Oh, he's trying to bank it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, great one.
Funny, we're talking about Jayson's, talking about Joshua's banking skills, and Jayson's just pulled out a right gem there. Look at that. Oh, never touched the sides. Big shot. That was a big shot. That was a match-winning shot right there.
I was going to say, that is could be a game changer right there.
He could be anywhere on this 6. He could be high, low, or straight. He should be out here. Nice confident stroke. Something he doesn't like. I think there was a bit of noise in the audience, or maybe he's just dead straight on this 8-ball. And if he is, he doesn't like that. This is going to become a pace shot now. He needs to hit this. What is he doing? Is he looking at possibly drawing it? Like ripping it round a few rails? I mean, what's he doing there? That's the shot. Yeah, nice shot.
Good touch there.
Nice touch. Nice touch.
Crowd appreciates it. So this 9 to make it 4-3, just in time for Jayson Shaw.
I'll be honest with you, I can't believe how long this match has taken.
So here's the shot here by Jayson Shaw. We were thinking he might just go for that red in the corner, but he ends up taking the daring full table bank shot.
He hit that so good.
And that was the one to get the position on the 4. So great potting technique, great thinking skills. And there we see some match stats right there.
I've never been a fan of stats. Shall I tell you why?
Why?
They never tell the whole story.
Jayson short break.
You know? They don't, you know, like them little, like, how do you talk about, say, you got a bad contact or a skid on the ball? You can't put that in the stats. So never tell. And one guy might be getting easy layouts and the other guy's getting the world's hardest layouts.
Or, for example, that last segment there where he looked like he was going to go for the corner, and and then all of a sudden he takes on the daring shot, so it doesn't reveal that he took on that.
That's right.
He went aggressive. But that being what it is, 4-3 now, and here looks like a good break shot. Will he get a shot on the 1?
He got a shot. He could bank that ball, long as that 1 is not tied to the rail.
No, I don't think it is.
He could bank that ball. He's looking to see if it is. If not, he's got 100 ways to play safe here too. You know, you don't always have to. If you think the bank's a bit iffy, you can refuse it. You know. Thing is, in a race to 8, you've only got to make a mistake or 2, and it's good night. You know.
Especially with guys who play like this, fast and furious.
Yeah. I think these two will be in the next sequel. Somebody better give Vin Diesel a call.
I was going to say, these guys would be in a good in a movie.
I might even get a part, you know, if they don't hire Tyrese again.
Listen, Raj,
well, that double kiss, the 1 was too tight to the rail, but talk about catching a roll. That was a proper roll. Because that could have gone pear-shaped, and he's ended up kind of fluking like a real nice safety out of the situation. Oh. Wait a minute.
Wow.
But he's hooked.
Well, the 1 ball went down, but as Raj says.
What does he do here? He's got a lot of balls in the way. I think he can only go from the bottom rail and just try fire at this free. It's going to be hard for him to catch a good safe here. I mean, he's going to fire at this. As he did. No safe.
No, he's going to leave that open. Why did he hit that so hard? I don't know. He just sort of hit and prayed there.
See, again, like I know that was an easy way to hit the ball, but if he'd gone from the other side and went 2 rails at it, he could have caught it either way and used like the 5-9-8 to possibly hook him. I mean, Ephraim would have played that shot for sure. You know, everybody got their own style of play, haven't they?
Well, yeah, when you get talents like Joshua Filler, and I've seen enough pool in my day to know that the first thing they learn is the offensive side of the game, and it's usually a little bit later on in their career that they realize that sometimes the best offense is a good defense.
Correct. I mean, and
they add that style of game, that part of the game to their
extension
arsenal.
code.
Listen, that works in every sport. I mean, especially when you talk about having, say, some longevity. I mean, let's just look at boxing, for example, like Floyd Mayweather. You know, it's like the best defense in the business because he realized after a certain age that offensive game, he might end up hitting the canvas.
Yeah.
So he found a way to not get hit.
Yeah.
And, you know, 50 fights later, well, 49, can't count the one with Connor a proper one, can you?
And hundreds of millions of dollars later, and he's still got his wits about him.
That's right, because his defense was tight. That was a nice shot by Jayson. That's tricky, you know. Uh-oh, he didn't want to connect there with the 8. He's made
A little bit loose on a fair amount of shots tonight, Jayson.
Here, the key here, you want to hit this pocket speed, so if you don't hit it perfect, you've still got a chance to make it. He's hit that about as good as you can.
Very nicely done. Good recovery from Jayson Shaw here.
Great ball pocket of Jayson. Eagle eye.
We are tied at 4. In this race to 8, winner breaks. So Jayson will be back up at the table. Hasn't had that many good break-offs.
Race to 4, mate. Race to 4.
So it's 2 in a row now for Jayson Shaw.
Any one of these could close this match out in the next like 5 minutes.
This was the fluke shot. In 9-ball, if you're not aware, all you got to do is hit the object ball, which is the lowest number ball on the table. It doesn't have to go in any particular pocket. After that, if any other ball drops, it's good. It's a bit chilly in here. You can see a lot of the people in the crowd wearing jackets, and you can see Jayson blowing into his hands, trying to warm up the hands, keep them loose.
I think he's trying to get rid of that, like, you know, that sticky, clammy feeling in his hands, which, you know what, you got it out there. You got to wear a glove out there. It's just so humid. It's crazy.
Let's see where he puts the ball. He's been putting it sort of in the middle of the table.
He's not keen on this rack. He doesn't like that rack one bit. I can tell that. I'll be honest with you, in my match as well, there was quite a few racks in the gap. So it's like...
Here he goes.
You try to outsmart like the rack and try to figure out, well, how should I break them?
So now to the side.
And to be honest, the way the ball split, I could tell you that was not a good rack at all.
Not a good break shot.
You can just tell by the way the 1 came off. He probably had no chance of making a ball with that rack. Look at the 1. It was loose. I can tell you that. You could bet your bottom dollar on that.
Now the players can look at the rack, but they're not allowed to ask for a re-rack.
Which is kind of torture, you know? Imagine looking at a really bad rack and you're like, I have to break these? That was a nice shot there. It was tough to get down to where he got to there. That was a nice stroke. Depending where he leaves himself on this free ball, he might be playing the combination, the 4-5 combination. Ooh. I don't think he wanted that contact. He's on the wrong side of this free now. Nice shot. Confidence stroke. Confidence stroke. Shoot the 4 on the side after this. Well, the 4 on the side was there. He just forgot about the 5.
And he knew it.
Jayson's going to jump on that.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to look at that as weakness, and all of a sudden, that Scottish barbarian spirit of his is about to show up. I can see it. Look at the bounce in his step now.
He jumped out of his chair.
Oh yeah, he was there before the ball stopped rolling.
And that's a bit of a statement to your opponent, isn't it? When you get up like that, and I mean the opponent notices that stuff.
Of course, he's letting his man know. Look, I'm here to deal with you. You know, I'm not here to fall over the line. I'm here to like crush you. You know, there's a difference. Jayson is a great competitor like that too. You know, that's a lovely shot. It's a lovely shot. Want to hit the sweet spot here. This is still missable, this shot, in terms of if he wants to punch it with a lot of pace. Light work.
There it is. Blown combination by Joshua Filler. Jayson Shaw jumps out of his chair and takes down the colors within about 30 seconds. He moves into the lead at 5-4. He'll be up breaking when we return here at the World Pool Masters in Gibraltar.
Cool.
And Jayson Shaw, he got the first rack of this match and he hasn't led since until just now. A very good fight back. He was down 4-2 and now he leads 5-4 and he's back up at the table. Now he's moved the cue ball back to on the other side. Oh, he very nearly jumped the cue ball off the table and got really lucky.
I mean, he hit those terrible, but it's, you know what it is, he's trying to do something else because, no disrespect to the referee, but she ain't got that Michaela tab rack, you know what I mean? Like, Michaela give you like the dead perfect rack every time and she'll keep it consistent throughout the whole tournament. I think this girl's got to take a few pointers from her because Jayson is looking at that rack shaking his head often.
Well, why? I mean, in a previous game, Dennis Orculio wasn't hitting him as hard. He was taking a little bit off and he was having a lot of success on the rack. I mean, Jayson is just pounding them. Maybe he's hitting them too hard.
No, you know what it is. He tried earlier. Can you remember when he tried to hit him that little bit softer? And that didn't work out too good. He says, right, I'm abandoning that shit now, you know?
Yeah.
So he's like, that shit, that's going to sink. If he stays doing that, no good for him. So what he's trying to do is just power through the situation. Like sometimes when you don't get a good rack, the best solution is what? Let me crack him 100 mile per hour and see if I can get some action. Right, he's got a 2-9 combo here.
There you go. Look at that. He's looking at it.
You know what? This is tricky. I think the key here is have a go at this, but make sure you leave the cue ball in a good spot where if you miss now, you can get a good save. He might stick that cue ball like possibly under that 3 and 6 if he can in that area and then send the 2 around. And the bonus is if you just make the 9 there. Oh, did he get lucky? He did. He did.
He did indeed get lucky. So now Joshua Filler at the table.
He'll definitely make contact with the 2. He'll get a bit of movement on the 9 here too, but the key is the safe. He's caught the wrong side of that, really.
Wow, that was...
I don't know.
That was just as bad as it could be.
I can't believe how great he pots, but his kicking is like, it's non-existent.
Well, we discussed this at the beginning, and we thought that perhaps the big advantage here for Jayson Shaw was the kicking and the safety play. And there you saw the very poor kick shot.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
He had the extension already, yeah.
I mean, you don't want to leave it wide open like this.
Has he had any? Oh yeah, he did with the combination. Wow, what a shot. That was beautiful. Jacked up, smoked it in 100 mile per hour. That's lovely. It's about as good as it gets. With no extension.
I do have one, right? Yeah, I thought so.
Oh, wait a minute. He does have an extension. He ain't gonna need it though. Look at him. Pretty much get straight in on the 5 and you're out, you know? He'd be thinking about where he wants to break from next.
Well, he's not breaking good, but he is now winning racks. He was down 4-2. And he looks like he's soon going to go up 6-4, so that would be 4 straight.
Oh, is it that nice?
Wow.
Very confident stroke.
Yes, indeed.
I like that. I like that.
Imagine if Jayson Shaw figures out the break shot. He could be unstoppable. But we could say that about a few other players.
You say that about everybody in this tournament.
Well,
you might
yeah.
even be able to say that about the referee.
Yeah. Well, there's so many great talents here. I mean, we saw Shane Van Boening playing awesome. Dennis Orculio playing amazing. Niels Feijen playing amazing.
Was Niels playing amazing, or was his opponent really under par?
I think it was Niels.
Now he played. Listen, he played good on me. But I'll be honest with you, my ring rust really did show. I mean, you know, these boys are out there dancing every other week, and I'm like playing 4 tournaments in 4 years. I mean, I'm kind of confused why I was at the Masters in the first place. But we'll figure it out. I think I need to put a table in my house and go back to the drawing board.
Right, here we see the 2-ball. Look at that. He powers the cue ball back for the.
That was a lovely shot.
3, and that shot came about because of the poor kick shot by Joshua Filler, and that could cost him the match.
Big time.
6-4 now in favor of Jayson Shaw. Let's see if he can get a good break. He's due to have one.
What is going on here with the rack? Okay.
Rack 11, Jayson Shaw to break, leading by 6 racks to 4.
So Jay's trying to figure out where he wants to break for. I think you got a break from the left-hand side of the table to get some more action. Where's he? Oh, he's gone the other way.
Well, he's saying he's
moved the cue ball in.
Yeah.
See, he's trying different stuff. He doesn't know where to really break from. He's just trying to figure it out. He'll probably crush him again and just hope.
Well, he's going to get the 1 ball.
He's got the 1, and he's got a shot on the 2.
That's
and they lay pretty nice here, Ted. I think you're looking at another rack for Jayson.
This is really good old-fashioned 9-ball here. Rack 'em and smash 'em.
Rack 'em and crack 'em.
No soft breaking here.
I don't know why it was ever accepted, to be honest, you know?
Yeah.
The soft breaking. I mean, just, you know, even all that cut break stuff. It's like, imagine like watching tennis and the serving underarm. It's a wrap, isn't it? Tennis wouldn't be alive if that was that's what was going on. I like this tournament for the fact that people are actually hitting the balls again, you know?
And the winner breaks format, which is always exciting.
Definitely.
Now, we haven't seen a match yet where somebody comes from way back, let's say 7-1 down.
When does that ever happen in the Masters?
I think this guy Raj Hundal won the Masters when he came back from 7-1 down, is that right? Or 6-1 down?
That was a young Raj, mate.
That was a young.
That was a young, hungry, had a lot of heart, had some spare time to play pool. Didn't have 2 kids either. Nice shot there by Jayson. He doesn't want to get straight in though. He's good. Oh, it's not great. Now that I think about it, he could have done with a lot more angle than that. He's going to leave himself a tough 8 here. I mean, this is not really where you want to be ever, but this kid here is such a good shot maker. He probably thinks he can't miss this ball, you know? I don't think he can miss it either.
Extension code.
The key here is just make sure you make this ball and leave yourself a slightly tougher 9. Don't try no super heroics. Like if you're going to draw it back, 4 or 5 inches is enough. Nice shot.
Yeah. He has just taken this match by the horns.
Nice shot. Put a nice confident stroke on this. Send the cue ball 2 rails.
5 racks in a row for Jayson Shaw.
Nice shoot.
Scotsman now leads 7-4. He needs 1 more to move into the quarterfinals.
Can Filler make a comeback?
Well, it's going to be very difficult. And here we see that just quality shot on the 8 here. And as Raj said, you don't want to be a hero. He had it a little bit straight, but just make the ball. And this was pretty elementary right there. 7-4 now. The winner of this match will play Alex Pagulayan in the quarterfinals tomorrow.
The Lion.
And I think Filler the more he plays at this level, is going to learn, and you know that
Of course.
he's going to learn. But what he has to do is probably double down on his safety game,
Yeah.
kicking game. You know what he ought to do? I think he ought to go to the Philippines.
Oh,
and
yeah. I mean,
do a
he-
little apprenticeship for 3
Listen,
months.
Listen, he went there. That's the
Track 12,
that's the place
Jayson
to go
short
if you really
break,
want to learn. You
leading
know,
by
you're going to
7
learn
racks
everything
to
over
4.
there real fast too.
I mean, the guy mopping the floors in the pool hall
Knows how to move.
is a world beater.
Yeah, knows how to move. Right, he's gone to the other side now, and he's actually got.
Got a ball down.
I mean, he got good action on him there, but he never. He's not got an easy shot. I think you're going to see like the way the 8 is sitting. It's hard to make contact with the 8 and not make it. I'm pretty sure he's going to bank the 1 onto the 8 here. The time I spent with Jayson, I know that that's his. So this 1 ball here, he wants to bank that off of this rail down here. Now he can make it direct or go off the rail and make it. There's a lot of area here to make that ball. So let's have a look what he's going to do. Key to this shot is the pace. You don't want to hit this too hard. You want to give the 8 every chance of dropping. Or is he looking at a possible safe? I'm not sure what he's looking at here. But I like him to bank that 1 into that 8.
That would be the kind of shot that Jayson would take too.
Yeah, it suits his style, you know. He's a
Extension
very,
code.
very offensive player. But he also understands the importance of this shot, hence why he's asked for the extension, you know. He also respects Joshua a lot himself, so he knows that, you know, you can make a mistake and it could be your last shot. Let's see what he's doing there. He might just be finning the 1 and trying to use the 5-9. 9 ball. Oh. That was a nice shot he made there.
Good call, Raj.
I know a couple of things about this game. 1 or 2. Is he shooting the 1-6 there maybe? What's he looking at? I don't know why he's looking at that side pot. What's he doing with that? I didn't like what he was doing there. I mean, I'm not sure what he was up to. I think he was trying to dress the 1 up over the side. That's what he was. But he shouldn't have his. The focus was making that combo.
Well, this is Filler's chance to get back in the match. He's got to have a few things fall into place.
This rack's over. Tip-tap-toe.
So Filler, with these 2 balls, looking to stop the Jayson Shaw train in its tracks for the moment anyway. Because Shaw had won 5 in a row. Filler gets 1 back. 7-5. And he will be breaking in rack number 13. And here's the shot right there. Now, he very nearly made the 6 on that, but you didn't like the call there? You didn't like the way he played it?
I think he jumped up a little on that ball there. He knows himself as well. He didn't execute that as good as he could have, but it was tricky. You know, there was no harm in him playing a safe there. Keep the heat on his man. You know, I think he just didn't want to let him back to the table. Problem with that is you have to let him back to
13.
the table.
Joshua Filler to break, trailing by 5 racks to 7.
He has broken well from this side of the table.
He gets a bit more action on the break the way he's hitting them, but he didn't make a ball, but the way the ball's spread. Now this is tricky here because look at the 7.
So cueing over the 7 to the 1, which is open, and then getting the ball back down table.
I wonder what Jay would pay to move that 7 right now. I mean, if that 7's not there, this match is over. because that 7 is there, it's like this is a very, very, very tough shot. Now, if he makes this ball here and gets good shape on the 2, I think Joshua should just get up and shake his hand.
Wow. I mean, he could...
That's about as good as you could do from there.
He
I mean,
could
come on.
barely see any of that cue ball, but he hit it with, like, he really caught it full.
Beautiful stroke, beautiful stroke. Powered that in. Look at that.
What's a tip for the amateur out there to how to play a ball like that where you can hardly see it because you have to cue over?
If you're an amateur and you see that shot come up, you better be playing safe, mate. That's only for the pros.
Extension code.
That's not one of them shots you try at home. You get what I'm saying?
Is that right? You would actually say play safe?
No, like if you're an amateur, you should be trying everything and just enjoying the game. But I mean, that is a tough shot. Don't never put too much expectation on yourself to make that ball.
Oh, look at that.
That was tough. It's a good shot. It's a good shot, but it's not great shape here. I mean, he's gonna have to cut. He's gonna have to back cut this. But anyway, he's such a confident ball pocket of the kid. I mean, he's.
Watch this.
I think he's going to make this more than 50%
I've seen
of
him
the
make
time
this
for sure.
many times.
You know? Nice shot. Nice shot.
What a talent. What a talent Jayson Shaw is.
Lovely shot. I think the key here is just really the 5 to the 6, and Mr. Joshua will probably be on the next flight home. Yeah, I can't see how this can go wrong now. He's got a draw back, maybe, what, 5 inches there? Send the cue ball 3 rails, natural. He could pretty much be almost anywhere on this 8, but you want to be pretty straight. Ooh, he's underhit that. I mean, that's the worst place he could have been, but I still like Jayson from there. Just got to make the 8, leave himself a slightly tougher shot on the 9. I didn't see the need in hitting it that hard, but I think it was more for his own confidence through the stroke. Just got to bear down on this 9 and job done.
Well, he had a good performance filler early in this match. He was up 4-2, but Jayson Shaw pulled out the big guns, and that was it. Down 4-2, wins it 8-5. Jayson Shaw moves into the quarterfinals, books a match with Alex Pagulayan.
Oh, and they had a funny one, didn't they, last time they played? I think Alex missed a straight in 9 to beat him.
That's right.
Yeah.
Gifted him.
That's right. So, Jayson Shaw, a fine performance. Not his best, but he looked good in the second half of the match. He's into the quarterfinals after defeating Germany's Joshua Filler 8-5.
Hello, welcome back to the World Pool Masters. If you just missed it, Jayson Shaw is the final person to book his place in the quarter-finals. He knocks out Joshua Filler, winning 5 racks on the spin there. A little consolation rack for Joshua at the end, but it wasn't enough. And it's Jayson Shaw that progresses to the next round, and he is with me now. Scotland's Jayson Shaw, congratulations. Like I just said, you're the final person to book your place in the quarter-finals. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. You know, it was a little bit cold when I went out there, but I got settled into the match a little bit.
Sounds like a simple question, but how much does the cold affect you guys? Because a lot of you have said it as you've come off that you've been really chilly up here.
Yeah, it's not my body's warm, but my hands are freezing. So it's like weird. I'm hot on the inside, and just my hands are cold. It's very hard to like feel the cue and feel some like shots and stuff like that. So just trying to heat my hands up as many times as I could in that match.
Looking at that match, there are a few problems with the break that you seem to have, but you were overcoming them, and then you kind of hit your stride, didn't you?
Yeah, you know, I think the table's just racking difficult. You know, the referees are doing the best job they can, so it's just got to try and get up there and hit them as hard as possible and hope you make one.
You and Joshua, you've been teammates in the Mosconi Cup. You know each other well. You were practicing together before this. Is it weird playing someone that you know so well?
Yeah, it's actually quite funny because I had him over at my house just in January there for like 10 days before the Derby City, and we practiced, and then we went there and we drawn each other in the first round, and then come here and we draw each other again. So, you know, we're both great players and anybody can win that match. So I'm just happy to win. He's such a great player and he's got a lot of titles that he's going to be winning in the future.
And he's so young as well, 20 years old.
Yeah, he's the next star of the game. So obviously it's a good win for me because he's beat me the last couple of times we've played. So I'm very happy.
Brilliant. Well done. We'll see you in the quarterfinals. You've got Alex Pagulayan. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank
and we'll
you.
speak to you soon, I'm sure.